All right, well, let me move on. So this is later on in the show. This is later on this same Monday Night Raw. What are we on? October 14th, I said? Yes, October 14th.
That sounds right.
So Jey Uso is walking backstage. He had just kicked Braun Breaker's ass and feeling pretty confident about himself, strutting, and he goes into his locker room, and Jimmy Uso's there, his twin brother, who he's had a WrestleMania feud with and everything, and the Bloodline broke up, and so he hasn't seen him in a while. He moved on to Raw, and Jimmy's been out injured for a while, but he finally showed up, and Jey didn't want to see him. So this first segment, they were together. He just walked off, and there's a sad look on Jimmy Uso's face as I'm trying to describe this for audio people. Later on in the show, another backstage segment, Jimmy's walking around. He's just opening doors, so he's looking for Jey, and finally he opens one, and Jey comes out. So he found him, and I think what did Jey tell him? Jey said, "Get out of my face, man!" Right? He doesn't want to hear basically his whatever Jimmy's plea for help is. He was disgusted. It's like, get out of my face, man. So anyways, what do I got for ratings on this segment? Robert, you did watch this because I texted you this.
Yeah.
I was like, just at least watch this, because the whole thing on these two guys was just a minute and 20 seconds. A minute and 27 seconds. Sorry. But so it wasn't that much of the show, but it was important. I mean, if they made a Bloodline in complete story DVD like they used to back in the old days, this would be on it, this little 1 minute segment. So we all gave this a thumbs up. So let me pull up the Malapert Smark rating system. We all like this, okay? I'll start with Robert. Any thoughts before we move on to SmackDown, just on what you saw here on Raw and what you were thinking when you saw it?
It was cool. I'll keep it brief. I only need a few seconds. It was cool. It's what I expected, right? I did expect. I don't know. I didn't think it would happen this soon, or even Jimmy showing up on Raw this soon. But I knew they would reach out at some point, and there would be some resistance, at least initially, from Jay's side. This is basically how I thought it would play out. So, but yeah, it's still good.
All right, let me move on to Vlad then. Vlad, any thoughts on this little short segment on Raw? And I'm going to move on to the SmackDown stuff literally right after this.
Yeah, I mean, I also keep it short. It was a good segment in the sense of, introducing, trying to get Jey back into the fold. Obviously, given the history, it shouldn't happen overnight. It shouldn't happen on one show, given everything that happened between Jey and Jimmy and Jey and Roman. So this is the start of something. But I mean, I think we all think that eventually he will join them. So I mean, it's just got to be.
Does anyone have information on when Survivor Series is? Excuse me,
when is it?
Yeah, is that the next?
I think it's November.
So we've got about a month to get this all together. Is that the next pay-per-view? Is that? Oh no, Crown Jewel is that.
Crown Jewel's first. Crown Jewel's first.
Okay,
yeah.
So they got plenty of time. They can take it slow. And yes, this was pretty slow. Nothing really much. But yeah, at least they got their feet wet and they introduced it to us. All right, exactly. So let me move on to.